Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing my best of luxury makeup for 2020. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Alrighty my friends, so let's begin. This is going to be a really lengthy video, so I do suggest you grab a cup of coffee or a snack because we're going to be here for a minute. So I did wanted to tell you that I split my best of 2020 into 3 videos. I did a full top 10 eyeshadow palettes, which I'm gonna link there. I also posted my top 15 purchases from Sephora of this year, so I'm gonna link it above. And then I am posting, if it's not already posted, my top 10 foundations and top 5 concealers. So everything else that is not on those videos is going to be on today's video. So we're going to be talking mainly about blushes, highlighters, bronzers, face palettes, lippies, and random mascaras, and just everything else. I also wanted to say that I did record this makeup look for my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should totally go ahead and do so. This is my take on my holiday eye makeup. I love it. I love a glitter. I love a golden glitter for Christmas. So these may be my Christmas outfit. Who knows? Anyways, let's just get started. So when it comes to primers, I do love primers. Depending on the time of the year, I do like to switch them out. I love to prime. It doesn't matter what people say. I do still prime. You know, it really targets things on your complexion that you want to target to perfect that base. So I am a big believer in primers. The ones that I used the most, because again, it depends on the time of the year. This one by Good Molecules, super affordable. It is their silicone free moisturizer, and it's just that it's like a moisturizing kind of cream. It's like you're putting you know, your moisturizer. How many times am I gonna say moisturizer? Anyways, this doesn't have a scent. It is so nice. It just moisturizes your complexion. It perfects it. It makes your, you know, base just wear beautiful and longer, and I'm almost halfway to there. I should buy another one because I can't be without it. Every time I come here, I like to put this on. So this was one of my most used primers for the whole year. From January to now, I always reach for it. Another one that I really love is my TATCHA Liquid Silk Canvas. This was one that I had to stop using for a while because I was getting too much dryness around my mouth. Now I could totally wear it again, or I could only spot prime. And so I use these only on my T-zone and then a little bit here, so I don't go near my mouth at all because it accentuates the dryness around there. So, but this is a beautiful, perfecting, just a beautiful primer. My magic cream, always here, always handy. I have to have my magic cream. This is just a thick priming moisturizer kind of product. I reach for it when I feel so dry. You only need this lightless bit, just a tiny bit of it, and you're good to go. This is a beautiful by Charlotte. It is one of my most used primers. This primer makes any foundation works, in my opinion. It doesn't matter which foundation. If it's a little bit of a difficult foundation, I reach for her because she's the solution to all those problems. So I do highly recommend Magic Cream. Recently I discovered this one by Juno & Co. It is their Miracle Cream, and I should totally say it's completely a dupe for Magic Cream. I've used it only for a month or so, but ever since I tried it, I just can't get enough. This is the one that I'm wearing today actually, and it is also just a cream. Exactly the same. I feel like this is a little bit lighter than Magic Cream, but it also perfects your complexion. You look really nice. It blurs your pores. So it is a makeup center, everything. So those were my most used, most loved primers of 2020. Alright, let's begin with blushes, and one that I really like and enjoy is this one by Chanel. This is part of their holiday collection. It is called Les Chines de Chanel, and this is a beautiful glowy blush, you guys. This I'm wearing right now. I put another underneath, but then I felt like I needed a little bit more. So this doubles as a highlighter and blush in one. I really love blushes that are glowy, so you're going to see a trend here. I don't usually go with matte blushes, and if I do, then I do like a topper for my blush. So this one is perfect. I don't need a topper. Sometimes I wear this all by itself and I don't need highlighter if I want to be extra natural. And yeah, this one was one of my favorites. One that I also enjoyed a ton this year is this one by CHANTECAILLE. This one of their dual blushes. They do have two of them, and this one is the pinky one, the rose shade, and this is a pinky blush, and I do love both products in here. I do love the blush because it is really pretty and pink, and then I love these highlighters. So this compact I enjoyed so much. You do have to have the right brushes to work with this because it's a little bit of a harder, you know, pressed formula, so you do want to have maybe a natural hair brushes to really lift up the product. Some people complain that these doesn't show up on their complexion. I do recommend you switching out brushes and trying out different ones. It's beautiful, and I did enjoy it quite a bit this year. Next up, let's talk about Patrick Ta, and this one, this collection by itself, this collection, the whole collection that he released was one of my faves of 2020 with no doubt. I have a 3 of his colors. I do have the coral, which is beautiful. I do have his berry tone. This is like a dark cream and a powder product, and they do have those protective for the cream product. So these are the 3 that I own, and I just love them equally depending on the look that you're going for. I'm so sorry, this is very awkward to hold, but yeah, this is one of my most used. She's so elate. It is so neutral, it is so easy to grab, and it is beautiful. I find them to be extremely versatile. Sometimes I only use the cream, sometimes the powder, sometimes I layer them. I just love these blushes. They last a ton on your cheeks. You put them on, and after you take your makeup off and you're gonna take it off, is there. These last a ton on you. So I love these ones by Patrick Ta. Speaking of glowy blushes, as I mentioned, I love me some glowy blushes. This one is by TILBURY. This is in the shade Walk No Shame, and this one, like the middle is that centerpiece that lets you have a glow. This is a beautiful, just a dewy blush. It is really neutral. You can build it up, but this was the one that I'm wearing underneath Chanel. It is beautiful. It is really similar to Chanel's, to be honest. It's just a little bit more pinky, less red. But yeah, this is stunning. Ever since she released the Walk No Shame line, I've been obsessed with this blush, and yeah, I highly recommend. Last but certainly not least, Wayne Goss's blushes. He released 4 shades, and my fave is a blush Peony. I love blush Peony. I think I've talked about this blush maybe too much already on my channel because I love pink blushes. I just find this compact to be extremely unique. I love the highlighter in here. I love to layer them. Sometimes I would do the highlighter not only on, you know, like the top of my cheekbones, but I'll use it as a topper, and I just love these compacts by him. The blushes are very blurring and pretty on the cheeks. You find a color that you like, and you're not gonna be disappointed with the formula. I do feel like they last a ton. Very pretty blushes by Wayne Goss. So moving on to bronzers, I do have 4 to share. This one is my cream option. This one is by Tom Ford, the shade and Illuminate. I have the shade Intensity 1, and here you get a glossy product for highlighting, and then you get that beautiful neutral bronzer. This cream is amazing. It just blends very easy. Even if you have set your face and you forget to apply your cream product, you can still go ahead and do so, and this doesn't interact or bother your foundation underneath. It's just a beautiful product by Tom Ford. So this was my most rich cream bronzer of 2020. And then when it comes to powders, I have 3. First off, my Gucci bronzer. This one is beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in everyone's fave for a reason. I have the shade 3, and this is just a stunning bronzer. The formula is really nice. It lasts a ton on your complexion. I'm going to be doing the swatches so that we compare them. The shade is really pretty for me and my color. It looks like it's a little bit more reddish in tone until you see this one by Chantecaille. I mean, let's look at this compact. Let's take a second and look at this. This is just a work of art. This is in the shade Goa. The inside, everything about Chantecaille products are just so pretty and luxurious. I love Goa. This is what Goa looks like. It's so soft. You saw that glide. It looks very pretty on your complexion. It doubles as a blush if you wanted it to. And then certainly last but not least, my Charlotte. This one is her Airbrush bronzer. I do have 2 shades. I have medium, which I've used the most, and this is what medium looks like. They do look really light on my turned arm, but on my face, because it's lighter, they do show up quite nicely. So these are my fave powder bronzers of 2020. So now let's move on to setting powders, and I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be a surprise at all. By my Kojin Dough Natural Setting Powder was the powder that I used the most. It has a little bit of a tint to it. I love it. This also gives you sort of like a really natural and dewy, you know, complexion. I just love it for everywhere on my face. Love the finish of this powder. Then another one that I really enjoyed all year round is this one by Huda Beauty. Is her Easy Bake powder. I have the shade Pound Cake. I do have also another one, I think is Cookie or something like that. But anyways, this is a really mattifying kind of powder, but sometimes I feel like a matte powder, so this is what I grabbed for. I do feel like when I use it, I look really airbrush and, you know, just very poreless. So I do love these for glam looks. And then recently I discovered this one by One Size by Patrick Starr, and I love it. I've talked about this powder already so much. I already purchased the full size. It is on the way. This is also a little bit of a yellowy powder, but oh my god, you guys, it doesn't matter how much you applied, you're not gonna look cakey ever. This is the powder that I'm wearing today, and I just feel extremely airbrush when I wear these. This gotta be my favorite powder that I tried this year, period. I can't stop reaching for it. As I mentioned, I already purchased the full size because I can't get enough of the finish, the beautiful finish of this powder. I knew Patrick Starr wasn't going to disappoint. So if you suffer from pores and you want to blur your complexion, I do feel like you can benefit from this powder. This is the small size. You do go ahead and give it a go and thank me later. Another powder that I couldn't stop using all year round was this one by Pad. I've talked so much about this one. This is her Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting powder in the shade medium. This is just so finely melt. It's just so beautiful, you guys. It's just blurring, perfecting. I love to use like beauty blender with this kind of powder because it's extremely delicate, and then I just pat it on my complexion and I look perfected and beautiful. This is an all over kind of setting powder for me. I don't really bother to only use it underneath my eyes, but underneath the eyes looks beautiful. It doesn't kick up your concealer, it just looks blurred and perfect. So this one I do highly recommend to check out. Next up, finishing powders, and I have 2 beautiful ones to share. This one is by YSL. Is their 3D All Over Glow, and this is a powder that you want to use at the end of your makeup for that beautiful buffing technique. This just makes you so beautiful, glowy and pretty. If you take a more precise brush, you can use it as a highlighter, like really concentrate a little bit there. It doesn't really have a color, but let me see if you're able to see that. Look at that glow. It does just give you a beautiful glow. It's nothing holographic, it's nothing unnatural, it's just a beautiful glow. So if you like finishing powders, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. This one is beautiful by YSL. And then recently I discovered Meteorites, which I've never tried Meteorites before. These ones are by Guerlain, and these are their golden bees. This is same story, just a perfecting kind of powder. You'll use it at the end of your makeup. So you'll take a brush, you swirl these beautiful pearls in here, and then you just go to town. These are very beautiful. They do have a beautiful scent to them. It's not overpowering and it does go away. So I don't like scented makeup, but this one is just stunning. The packaging, everything about it. This is a limited edition because it's their holiday collection, but they do have multiple shades of Meteorites. So these two were my go-to you know, buffing, perfecting kind of powders. So when it comes to highlighters, I am only going to mention 3. I try to like really narrow it down. The Chantecaille compact that I mentioned was one of my go-tos for sure. But then when Charlotte released her holiday, her Hollywood Superstar Glow highlighter, I just fell in love. These I've used ever since she released it, and I really like it. It is a pinky, peachy kind of highlighter, and it's just very stunning and natural. So I love to wear for natural days. Then Pat released her beautiful and luxurious highlighter, which weighs a ton. This is a beautiful compact. I love the inside as well. This is sort of like another pinky highlighter, but a little bit more intense than Charlotte, as you can see. And this looks a little bit deeper, but not really. Like, depends on the brush that you use. You could really like sheer it out, and it is just stunning. I love these pinky highlighters. They're just like my faves. And then one that I reach time and time again all year round ever since I tried it is this one by Charlotte. This is still available, guys, if you wanted to try it. This is her Magic Star highlighter. This is last year's holiday highlighter, and this is your golden highlighter. I just love this highlighter, you guys. I use it so much, you don't know. And it's just stunning. It doesn't emphasize any texture, it just melts on your complexion, and it is beautiful. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. I really sheer it out, but you could, you know, apply with something like this with a small brush. This one is her Fan Pro by Sonia, and then you just go there. You see that? It is beautiful. And if you want to sheer it out, then you just sheer it out. But yeah, this is just such a beautiful highlighter. I can't really get enough from Charlotte's complexion products. She's the best at it. Next up, face palettes, and I have 3 to share. First one, Hourglass. This is their Sculptor palette. This is their holiday palette, and I love it. I've talked about this so much. I use this underneath my eyes. I love the highlighter. The bronzer works. The blushing product here works for my medium complexion. So if you're medium, darker complexion, you should still give this one a go. This one is a little bit more inclusive, I feel like, and I do use it and love it ever since they released it. So this is one of my faves for sure. Another one by Hourglass is their newest palette, which is a re-release by them. These you get a bronzer, blush, and cream highlighter. I did a full review on this guy. I'm not gonna swatch it because it could get messy. I'll link it above. This is a beautiful for natural makeup days. I just love it. You use a beauty blender and it's just so easy to apply, so easy to diffuse on the go. You can use your fingers. This is beautiful. Last but not least, for face palette, Suku. Suku was the brand of this year for me. Suku really stole my heart and my money this year because I can't get enough. I have both of their face palettes and I love them, you guys. I love the blushes in here. I love the highlighters in here. The blushes just make you just look blurred. You put these blushes on and you don't see a pore, you don't see an imperfection. They're just stunning. The highlighters here as well. Suku, I loved Suku this year. I am so excited for, you know, what else I can try from their brand. I actually purchased few liquid. I purchased a liquid blush, a liquid highlighter, and another of their Fox lip products, and I am really excited to show them to you. So anyways, Suku, I think it was the brand of the year for me. Speaking of liquid things, we're going to talk about these three little products, which let me clean this highlighter because I am going to make it. Alright, so this was my most used highlighter, liquid highlighter product of this year. This one is by Chanel. It is their Levish Sheer Healthy Glow in Sun Kiss. I love this product to mix in with my foundation. I love it all by itself. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, stunning base, and Sun Kiss is perfect for my complexion. So these I used a ton. You need just a tiny bit, so this bottle will last you years. And I love to just pat, you know, just highlight at top of my cheekbones with this with my fingers. So easy, beautiful. Liquid blushes. Are you surprised? Chantecaille blush. This one is their CHIC Gelée in the shade Happy, and I've talked about this so much, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. And then Rare Beauty. This little blush is also very, very stunning. This one is in the shade Bliss, and I love them. This one is very pigmented, so I do like the pigmentation of these, the color of these. This just gives you a glow. So this is matte, this is glowy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful products. I love liquid blush. Randomness setting spray. This is gonna be my fave, most used of this year. This locks your makeup. I did, you guys, a video where I tried these on only half of my face and not the other. And if you do want to see what this does, go ahead and check it out. I love that video because you can really see what difference and how this locks in your makeup. I love this spray. I just love it so much. It has a scent, but it's not overwhelming and it goes away. So the sprayer is not the best, but I don't mind. The product and what's inside is the best from the best. So when it comes to mascara, I usually like to buy the little guys, and sometimes I have multiple of the little guys everywhere. I don't know. I don't usually buy the full sizes, but these were my three most used faves of the year. Probably I haven't shared them too much with you, but when NARS released their Climax Extreme, this is one that I really love. Sometimes it smudges, sometimes it's just my under eyes. They just go crazy. They go in waves. Sometimes this one works, sometimes this one doesn't, sometimes. So it is me, it is in the mascaras, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, this is the one of the Climax Extreme. It is such a nice and fluffy, you know, brush. I love the volume that this guy gives you. Then we have the Push Up by Charlotte. This one has a weird applicator. It is flat and then it goes like this, but this one really push up your lashes. It really does. It's like a push-up. It's so funny, but it's true. It really lengthens, it really holds your curls, and it doesn't give you raccoon eyes. And then Pat's Dark Star Mascara. This is the one, and I love this mascara. Again, as I mentioned, I don't usually show you the mascaras I'm using, but I have been loving this one quite a bit. So last but not now, list lipsticks, and I have few formulas to share. It's not the specific colors that I'm sharing, just at the like the brand and the formula. Lipsticks, I have 4 different ones to share. First off, Patrick Ta, when he released his major headlines collection, I've talked about this recently. This one is in the shade Ochi Single, and this is a beautiful matte, very creamy, so easy to apply, very easy to glide on. The packaging is beautiful. It gets fingerprinty, but I don't really mind. It is stunning. Next up, we have a Gucci, and this is just, I mean, no presentation needed. The packaging is very pretty and vintage. This one is in the shade They Met in Argentina, which is a little bit more red. Same story, matte, extremely creamy, very comfy, beautiful formula. Then we have Charlotte. I have to talk about Charlotte's formula every video that I create because I love it that much. I love that it doesn't have an overpowering scent like the Gucci's does. I love her packaging. It is this beautiful rose gold packaging. I purchased every single lipstick that she released. She released a few this year, but I wanted to share just Pillow Talk Medium because it is one of my most used. It looks really pretty, very, very pretty and flattering, and it's just very easy to wear and apply. So again, this is Pillow Talk Medium by Charlotte in her Matte Revolution. And then last but not least, Lisa Eldridge. I love her bullets. I love her presentation. I am wearing her Jazz lipstick, and it is a beautiful red, really festive. But this is a Muse, which is my fave, I think, from the ones that I purchased from her. So pretty. They're creamy. This is just a creamy, beautiful neutral. It works with everything. It lasts really well on your lips, and I just love her lipsticks. Then I have 3 formulas to share when it comes to liquid lips. And my most used and faves of this year are this one by Chanel. This is just a beautiful, beautiful lipstick. These are called the ROUGE Dual Ultra TENUE Glosses, dual-ended. Anyways, I have a light brown rosewood here to show you. They did release a few new shades this year, and these is just perfect for underneath your mask, and that's why I love them so much. They just last on you. You apply the color, you let it set for a bit, it gets sticky, you apply the gloss, you're good to go. It doesn't go, super comfy, very hydrating. I love them. One of my most used ever since I discovered them is this one's by Rare Beauty. I've talked about these ones. They have a beautiful, beautiful shades. This one is in the shade Courage, and it's just very pretty. Every time I wear it, I get so many compliments because it looks really nice. It is really blurring and powdery on your lips. It just, it hides your lip lines. Everything is a beautiful, beautiful formula. So I do love these ones by Rare Beauty. I also enjoyed Suku's lip formula so much. These are the Comfort Lip Fluid Fog. I have 2 shades, and I purchased a newer shade recently. This one is in the shade 103, which is a mauve tone. Okay, so let me swatch it, and this is just so beautiful and comfy. It really lasts a ton on your lips as well. I didn't want to swatch the Chanel ones because those ones really stain, and then this one is the Rare Beauty one. So beautiful, creamy formulas. I do highly recommend. Suku, when Suku sets, is really locked in for a while. So beautiful, beautiful shades. Last but not least, we're going to finish off with a gloss. This one is by Charlotte. It is her newest. I think they're called Jewel Lips. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure. I'll leave the name. And this one is in the shade of Pillow Talk, and I don't really use glosses, but this is one that I do love. It doesn't have a ton of color, but the formula of it is extremely plumping, beautiful. It is very neutral, so you can wear with a ton of colors. This one in Pillow Talk is. I do have also Walking on Shame, which is a little bit more red, but this is beautiful, beautiful gloss. I love that it it doesn't have an overpowering scent as well. It's just like, you know, a little bit of vanilla glossy. And yeah, this is my most used gloss of 2020. And finally, you guys, of course, you're my fave of this year. I have to thank you for all your constant love and support. You guys are keepers. I do love you so much. I did wanted to say thank you for helping me grow. Every like, every share, every comment, it really counts. It does count. Every time you use my links, you're supporting me and my channel, and I do appreciate that so much. I do love watching, you know, faves of the year, so I really hope you enjoy my video. I hope you enjoy my content, and I do want to hear from you. I do want to hear your faves. Just drop me one, drop me two products, anything, just your most have a luxury product of 2020. I would love to know. Thank you guys for everything again. I hope you have a happy holidays, happy New Year's, and nothing but good things for 2021. And I'm gonna catch you in my next one. Bye.